everyone, welcome to another episode of the SDFC Fancast. And I know, fellas, I appreciate you guys being flexible. I'm a jerk, and so there'll be good conversation going. I'm like, let's save it for the podcast, and I just will, and then I make everybody start. So thanks, everybody, for just starting. I appreciate it. There's excitement on this side because I'm just going to say it. San Diego F.C. right now is the best team in MLS. We won 3-1.
They are, man. They absolutely
Salt
are.
Lake. And 3-1, Christopher, look at you, beautiful, beautiful predictions. Not only did Christopher predict the score exactly correct, but he also predicted the fact that Tomas Angel would play up top as a lone striker. Look at the boy go.
Well,
that is impressive. It's
impressive. You win some, you lose some.
My hot take. We'll get that on at some point. My hot take wasn't exactly right because I thought Marston would maybe not start, but boy, am I glad he did. But yeah, 3-1. Keegan and I were watching the game next to each other, and when we tied it up, oh my God, Negri, that header was so sick. Good Lord. He wanted the ball so bad.
Yeah.
That whole game.
He's standing there like this the whole game.
Yeah.
I have a note that he's yelling, screaming at CJ, like, give me the ball.
It was funny. Right before he scored the goal, he got the ball because he started the play. And I was like, all right, Negri, you got the ball. You better do something with it. And then sure enough, he runs down and gets the header. But 90th minute when Dreyer scored that goal, I was like, Keegan, my prediction could still. I shook him.
Yeah, you did.
Like a game ball.
Yeah, we were like Willie when Willie did that run. Willie, I love Willie, and then he scored, and then Chris is like, "There's still time. There's still time." Then we just went crazy once that third goal came. Everybody's just going wild. Like
I shook his face like in Billy Madison.
Yeah,
You gotta cherish it.
Yeah, cherish it.
Yeah, my God, what a fucking game! That was amazing. We can get into more details later, but let me just say that I think Dreyer, Messi aside, is the best player in MLS.
I have heard most people say that, and I'm agreeing with you.
First player ever with an expansion team to have 2 game-winning goals in the first 3 games in history. So it's already in the record books now. It's incredible. But
hey,
Colonial.
That's why we're all kind of like, set the stage. Colonial was at the game. Take it away, dude.
Well,
so at the first home game first, by the way. So props to you on that again, and then boom, all the way from Montana.
Yeah. So I drove down, whatever, a week and a half ago caught the home game, first one, and then made it this way to catch the away game. And just pedaling back on that little discussion, if Dreyer is the best player in the league aside from Messi, then Yepe Tverskov is close behind him because that guy, my Lord, is playing
and
incredible.
I think Godoy, I think those 3 have been like, I haven't seen him put a foot out of place. It's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just an incredible game. The supporters that were there, the Frontera Union just absolutely brought it. You could hear us the whole time on the TV. I rewatched it today when I was driving home. It was I had it on my little thing, and it was just basically listening to it. It's on my Bluetooth. I'm like fixed on there.
I do. Who doesn't? Well, I watch movies when I drive. Am I the only one?
Let me rephrase that. I was listening to the game. I don't condone watching full movies like Keegan does and lets his car drive itself. But yeah, so it was just the atmosphere was insane. It was there's so many things I want to talk about, but it was just so cool to have like the away fans be that passionate, and then the game, even before we got the second goal, you'd say. It was a fun game, 1-1, right? It was a really, really fun game. We looked great. It was like, we won on the road. We got another draw. And then get that second one was incredible. And then get a third. And then we could have had like 7 goals. And it was just an amazing day. And it culminated, like I kind of told you guys this earlier, but like to have at the end of the game, after the players on the pitch kind of, do their thanks to the other players, they came over to the away side where we all were, and they acknowledged us, and then we just like, it was, as you see it on like we're watching Premier League and stuff like that. but they were like acknowledging us, doing this and that, and it was like the coolest feeling I've ever had, like being able to like have them win and like appreciate our support that we brought, and we did bring it, and it was just such an awesome day. And like I'm tired, my voice is a little sore and throat and course whatever, but of course you got it. So anyway, it was an awesome day.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's
so cool.
just watching it from TV the whole time. We're just like, oh, Colin's so lucky, you know.
Nice.
But to your point, dude, Dago Boys, Chavo saw Riptides represent everybody represented. Freaking crazy dudes with their shirts off. It was like fucking zero. It was like 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
It was like windy too. It was like not
Holy
temperature wasn't bad,
shit.
but the wind. It was a little chilly.
Dude, you guys are freaking gangster. They really brought the heat. It seemed like just from watching it, and like people. So there were a bunch of watch parties around San Diego, and Julie and I watched it at Hopnonymous, you know, our favorite brewery there, and it was very packed and very awesome. So if you are around, I highly suggest watching an away game at Hopnonymous if you're not at the game, like Colonial representing, you know. And it was amazing. But there were watch parties all over. And then they saw some pictures of one, Antonio Pepperoni's in Escondido. Looked like it was packed house, dude. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But no, the watch party at Hopnonymous was great. They were doing the chants and all that stuff. Colonial, I think you guys, I could hear the chants going on. Right now, what I noticed at like the first home game and stuff is we're just doing a couple chants, keep it simple. So I think they're very learnable and all that for anyone coming to the supporter section, or if you're not in the supporter section, imagine the whole stadium singing those songs. That would be super sick. So yeah, I mean, now's the time. I was talking to my dad. It's funny because we bought tickets. My dad is going to be at the next home game, and he's going to be in the supporter section. And he goes, you know, because, you know, we've talked about not being San Diego sports fans for a long time because of family reasons. But he was like, I finally get to jump on the bandwagon of a San Diego team. And I was like, pump the brakes here, because it's the first season. We've only played 3 games. It is not the bandwagon. Right now, everybody has carte blanche. So everybody jump on. If you're the first season, then it's not a bandwagon. And we're good.
It's a regular wagon.
It is.
It's just a horse-drawn wagon. Yeah, hop on the wagon.
Exactly. Now's the time to do it. But it was just funny having that conversation with my dad and it like clicking like no, there is no bandwagoning going on. Like, and then we were joking too. And in like 5 years, my dad is going to be like, shoot, remember that first game when we caravanned up to Carson to watch the Galaxy play live and all that stuff?
Heck
yeah. So yeah. So everybody go to watch parties, join the wagon, the regular wagon, as Christopher said.
Yeah, just real quick, Colin. Gosh dang it, man. Mad props to you for going, dude. That is so cool.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And all the rest of the supporters who made it out there. That's so cool. It just represents the SDFC brand so well. So just massive props, and thank God we got that result, because that just makes it all that much sweeter for you guys that were there.
So sweet. And the hotel I stayed at, I was able to walk to the stadium. It's an interesting stadium. It's pretty, like the surrounding view with the mountains and stuff like that. I don't want to say anything too harsh. I don't like Utah very much, and I couldn't wait to get the heck out of there. But it's very pretty, and the stadium was pretty cool. And I meant to go over a little bit earlier to the away, or I guess their home, the Real Salt Lake, their tailgate scene. I meant to get there a little bit earlier, but I didn't make it work. So maybe next time I have the Salt Lake City games that I have my plan dialed in now for anytime we play them. So maybe next time I'll try to hit the tailgate with the away boys.
Salt Lake City.
What's their tailgating?
Non-alcoholic tailgate. I was gonna say.
Nah, dude. Are you kidding me? There's so much booze in that state. Are you kidding me?
It's true.
It's all watered down.
Yeah, but
or they literally make you only pour one shot into mixed drinks. It's insane, and you have to buy food. Some people just want to drink at the restaurant. Judge us.
We're just normal men.
Yeah. Funny enough, last time Trevor and I went there, Trevor and I scoped out the hotel and the stadium, and we went to this little sports bar that was pretty good food. Trevor and I sat down, and I went to get. I don't drink a lot. I just wanted a shot of tequila, just like sip on it, right, for my whole meal. And I was like, okay, I just make it a double, like a Don Julio. And he's like, well, in the state of Utah, we don't do doubles. And I was just like, oh yeah, exactly. Me, Trevor. Right? So it's just like San Diego would be like, can I get you a triple?
They have double wives, but not double drinks.
I like it. Look at the boy go. All right. No, but it was from back to the game. The announcers actually were very complimentary to San Diego FC, the coaching staff and everything. The fact that we've only been together for 7 weeks. One thing that was interesting is I don't know if we brought it up or whatever, but Tomas Angel is the son of Juan Pablo Angel.
We brought it up
Let-
before.
Have we?
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Julie told me, and I had totally forgotten. There's been a lot of.
I know we've talked a lot of stuff, and a lot of random shit's been filtered in there as well. So it's hard to kind of get through all of it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we've said that before. But
okay, cool. But that is super sweet, and it was cool. Like, oh shit, like to be reintroduced to that. But speaking of which, Tomas Angel, his little dink pass into Negri was beautiful. And Chris, you mentioned the header. Like it really reminded me of freaking like Darren Ferguson's old headers where he would place them. They weren't the fastest ball coming in, but man, he whipped his head around, and I was so yeah. You guys, you loved it, and I loved it.
It was very impressive. Negri's a big fan of him. I didn't realize he was 32, so he's 30 as well. I should say, not 32. He's 30 years old. But it's good to have some veteran experience on the team, especially a guy that's played with Messi for crying out loud.
We got a good blend of youth and age.
Yeah,
we do.
I will say though that this game, and Keegan, I think you'd agree with me, we were sloppy. We had a lot of bad giveaways. We could have easily conceded an additional 2 goals. They had 2. One was called offsides, but the other one, he was for sure onside breakaways. And we just got fucking lucky that they just didn't get it on target. That being said, we were the better team, obviously. Like it was very clear we were the better team. But yeah, I mean, cause for concern, perhaps.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was I've watched the game and the replays so many times too. But last night we were watching the game live. Great, like we were going, there were so many bad giveaway passes in the midfield. We didn't look the first 2 games. If you look, like we had I believe up until last night, the highest completion percent passes inside the opposing team's half in the MLS. Like we were very concise. It was like 90%. We looked really good. And from the gate, we were very sloppy. They did get it together, and I, pushed forward well and countered, but it was a dirty game. And good teams win those games. There's going to be days like that. Like not every game's going to be perfect. And we won, which is good. But I'm sure when they got back to the locker room, like in this week in training, like there's a lot of things they need to sync up. Guys looked like no one was in position waiting. Which is growing pains, I'm sure, with a new team. But yeah, goals were great, but it was like Chris said, it was very, very sloppy.
It was
frustrating at times.
Sorry, Cole. It was mostly the first half. The second half we got pretty dialed. So I'd imagine Mikey had a pretty good team talk at the half, but it was, like I said, it was a little cause for concern at the beginning.
And a quick. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go.
Oh, you're fine.
I was just gonna say,
like if it was like, if it was like
kiss each other
something,
already.
if it was like Messi or someone of higher quality, we probably would have conceded. But you go ahead, Keegan.
I'm so sorry. I just say quick shout out to Dos Santos though, the goalie, because he kept us in that game. He was, and Mikey Bars talked about it after too. Like he played really well. There was a lot of shots and moments that he kept us in that they could have easily scored a lot more goals. But he's been doing very, very well.
Been very pleasantly surprised with CJ because I didn't know much about him after him having been a second string keeper and stuff like that previously. Like nothing but good things. There was a couple he got full vertical and saved him, and that's really lovely. I saw a father and son in the front row at Real Salt Lake. They had matching camo on. Sad though, the dad couldn't find the son after the game. You know, still looking for him. Take your camo off, young man. You'll be found right away. Speaking of which, our white kids look good. I just love them.
Yep, they did. They looked very good.
I was disappointed. I went to 18 Threads. I was going to pick one up, but they didn't have any large or extra large. But I did get a pretty fire hoodie instead. But still, I need my away kit, man.
Yeah, actually, everybody wants that hoodie. We showed that picture to everybody. We love that
It's
hoodie.
super comfortable. Get the little bit bigger size too. Just as comfortable, man.
They say it's from the women's section, but
It literally says
unisex.
women's on the tag, but it's like, fuck,
Check it
whatever.
No way. No way. But no, you guys were talking about being sloppy and things like that, a lot of giveaways. So I was listening to the announcers during the game, and they were mentioning, like, I think this statement was made. If you're a tactics freak, this is a game for you to watch in MLS. And it feels like both teams have that really high press and cause a lot of those turnovers. And I feel like from what I was hearing, Real Salt Lake is good at that. And it did feel like that's kind of what they did. Like, I feel like when they scored the goal, they had just regained possession pretty, not like on a back pass to the goalie, but like pretty close, pretty close in our final third. So that was, I don't know, that was fun. That was fun to watch that, I guess, that tactical situation unfurl. And I do think that maybe with that in mind, maybe that's why we looked a little extra sloppy or things like that. Of course, I'm giving us a lot of grace with us only being 7 weeks and whatnot, but I do think Real Salt Lake was good at doing that high press as well. It was like two teams doing the same thing against each other, and we just better.
Bit of a chess match, and our subs kind of made a difference too.
Ian Pilcher, our boy, dude.
Yeah, and Valicari, he looked. I'm glad he kind of.
He got an assist.
Yeah, and Pilcher, love him. Our defensive line, like, I know we're gonna have some of those times where we're gonna be giving the ball away like that, and it's risky. But if our defense holds the fort like they've been doing, then it's sort of okay. Like, obviously you don't want to turn the ball over, but if that's gonna mean you're gonna create a chance or two extra, knowing that if you do turn the ball over, you got McNair. I know he's hurt now, but he made a couple of big plays. But like that whole McVay. Obviously Negri and Waffleson has been incredible, and then we have guys like Pilcher and other folks that can fill the void for Patty if he's out for a little bit. But it's like if our back line can hold down the fort, then it gives the attackers a little bit more freedom to be creative.
Yeah, 100%. I'm worried about Patty. When he went down, I hope it's not too long. It sounds like it's just his hip, which hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, I agree, 100% call.
And it was a very much I was telling Julie that injury happens a lot in jiu-jitsu because his foot got caught. And it's almost like the same thing as when someone like hips into you real hard on a double leg takedown. If they do it well and your foot is caught like that, all that pressure goes on your hip and it hurts like a motherfucker. But hopefully it's all, that is going to be pain. It's going to be very painful, but it's something you can get over in a week or two.
Yeah, because I was worried it was his knee almost at first too. Yeah, it's Mikey afterwards sounded like he just said it's hip pain. It sounded kind of positive from him, like it wasn't too serious. So I'm hoping that's it.
He went down in like the 46th minute, and he didn't go off until the 56th minute. We were watching today. So he still played for about 10 minutes trying to see if he can play through it and all that stuff. So hopefully, again.
It's always better.
Shut up, Keegan. Pilchie had an amazing, potentially goal saving tackle.
Yes,
I'm a big fan of Pilcher, and we have depth. We got Andres Reyes, who was obviously hurt in this game, but we have guys that can step in for Patty while he's out. So
Luca Bombino, the new boy, Luca
Bombino got some minutes.
He got some. I was kind of surprised he got some minutes already, and he played well. So it's like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ, guys!
It's because they watch the game together, so it's tough. You guys probably had these conversations while you're watching and all that stuff. But I do want to say happy birthday to your pops and all that. You guys had a little celebration, so happy birthday, Mr. Devlin, there. And I was telling Julie that I am excited to just finally just sit at home and just watch a game on the TV for the first time. That is going to be fun. So I am jealous. You guys have already got to watch games together and all that stuff like that. And also I want to mention we've had 3 games and the Fancast has had representation at every single game.
Yeah, and make it 4 in a row this weekend. You guys will be there, right? Well, I know Nate, you'll be there, and I'm hoping you 2 guys will get there.
But Keegan, you had a hot take. What's up, dude?
No, my God, this is really devolving into just a cluster. No, I was going to say, yeah, you're right. No, but I thought, we were worried about depth for a while. Like, Chuki's out. Then Patty goes down. It was kind of like, oh, no, we don't have anybody. But we have good depth. Like, we have a very good bench that can come in. Valakari did really well, obviously with an assist. Pilcher did great. That was like a weakness looking at it in preseason that now it's almost a strength. Like we have a very, very good bench now going forward. With our main guys can be out and we can still go and get wins. So it's huge.
I just want to bring up one play real quick. The best play of the game that wasn't a goal. That fucking chest pass layoff from Dreyer to Ingvartsen was unbelievable. I couldn't believe Ingvartsen didn't finish it, but that whole play was, oh my God, it was so sexy.
I freaked out. I was like, oh, I freaked out. That was one of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen.
Dude, just to have the presence of mind to turn around, chest the ball perfectly down to right at Ingvartsen's feet. It was a hell of a save. I mean, the keeper saved it with his feet. Christ's sake. But
he played good.
Damn, Dreyer is just, and he cut his hair. I mean, so sexy. Sorry, I'm talking about Dreyer.
No, that is all right. I mean, that's the thing is I feel like at this point we have to find things to nitpick because our team is that good already. Or it's like, we're spoiled, dude. We really are. We're spoiled. Like for our team to be able to play that way, and again, for Dreyer to do a pirouette and chest it down perfectly at the feet, like, I'm sorry, but there aren't many MLS teams that could play like that, and we've only been together for 7 weeks. I'll keep harping on that because it's fucking awesome. It's awesome. But no, I would again go to the watch parties. I didn't play Overwatch that night. I didn't eat dinner. I only had 5 beers, but I was so overstimulated from all the like intensity and all that. Like my head was like rumbling. Like it felt like what I assumed the Coliseum sounded like as a petty thief is getting ripped apart by tigers. You know what I mean? Like that is what it felt like after like the intensity after being with everybody and the buzz and everything. So y'all join the crew. SDFC. They're here and they're good. Let's do it. But no, Colonial, I just lastly, I would like to point out I like the scarf on your wall. It's this scarf here that you got at the first away game. I like it. And I like the Riptides one. I like your setup, dude.
This Riptides one is never leaving that spot because that thing will get ganked.
Dude,
this thing is hot commodity. Everywhere you go with that thing, people are going to basically give you money, maybe take their clothes off for you if that's what you're into. They'll give you their own groceries. They'll do basically anything for you. So
they'll give you eggs. They will give you eggs.
Yeah, you guys don't have eggs in California. I have plenty of eggs, man. They're like going to pay way more for them, weirdos.
Well, I get them from my aunt who gets them from a farm, but you know, that native life, you know what I'm saying?
That helps, yeah. But yeah, for sure.
That was kind of it. I mean, we just are excited about this team. You guys have any remaining points from the game you want to bring up in particular? I mean, there's a bunch. If they were crawling over Godoy's back, he kept the ball. Yepa made amazing tackles. Dude, Godoy and Yepa are the 2 best midfield pairing in MLS. Like, we could do it all day. I don't know. Amazing.
I will say real quick that, and I love Loffelson, however you pronounce his name, but boy, oh boy, Willie might be fighting to take his job because god damn, that run he made and the ball in to Ingvartsen was phenomenal.
Dude, that Willie. That reminded me of Gareth Bale when Gareth Bale just passed it around everybody at Inter Milan for Tottenham, and then he did it for Real Madrid against Barcelona. But yeah, dude, I fucking love this team. Love this team.
It's so amazing. Guys. I love it.
They're awesome.
All right, Keegan, make a run, dude, if you don't mind.
Oh my god,
boy! Oh, he's super speeding.
Hey, he tricked him.
He charged up.
Good God, man.